Early morning at the Lancaster estate. Early in the morning, soft sunlight spilled through the window, brushing across the face of Nina, who was still curled up under the covers. She squinted against the brightness, rolled out of bed, grabbed a simple pair of jeans from her wardrobe, and headed to the bathroom. The birthday party last night had been louder than usual. Because some guests lingered past midnight, Nina didn't get to sleep until 12 a.m. She had knocked out the moment she hit the bed. Nina walked downstairs. The moment she entered the kitchen, the smell of breakfast filled the room. Aunt May was setting the table for the household. Ethan was already sitting at the table, smiling gently as he greeted her. Nina walked past the family portrait hanging on the wall and paused, thinking Hannah must still be tired from last night's long celebration. She turned to Aunt May. "Aunt May, can you go upstairs and call Hannah for breakfast? She hasn't shown up since last night." Aunt May nodded quickly and hurried upstairs. A moment later, Nina jogged into the kitchen and smiled. "Good morning, where's Hannah?" "Amelia." Amelia sighed and shook her head. "I didn't see her at all last night, sweetheart." Nina blinked in confusion. Before she could say more, a terrifying scream erupted from upstairs. Aunt May staggered down, pale and shaking. Ethan rushed to help her. "Aunt May, what happened? You look terrified." Ethan frowned sharply. "What's going on? Why are you screaming first thing in the morning?" Aunt May trembled. "SCRO, madam, maybe you should come with me." The bedroom door swings open. Ethan and Amelia followed her upstairs. As the door swung open, two figures came into view. A young man and a young woman. Hannah and Darren wrapped tightly in each other's arms in bed. Ethan's blood boiled. "What are you two doing?" His roar shook the entire room. Hannah jolted awake, clutching the blanket to her chest, face pale. Darren's head throbbed as he sat up, his arm automatically shielding Hannah. Amelia rubbed her temples, exhaling deeply. "Darren, I'm sure this is a misunderstanding, but you'd better explain yourself," Ethan snarled. "Explain? Look around. Clothes all over the floor, both of them in bed together. Do you think I'm blind?" Hannah burst into tears. Darren, however, raised his chin. "Mr. Lancaster, I take full responsibility. I care about Hannah. I would never hurt her." Ethan nearly exploded again, but Amelia stepped between them. "Darren, things have gone too far. You need to speak with your parents today and ask for Hannah's hand. It's the only way to settle this." Darren froze. "And what about my engagement to Nina?" Ethan's jaw tightened. "That engagement can be cancelled. Hannah's reputation comes first." In the Halloweener arrives Nina, standing outside, stunned, whispered, "Engagement? What engagement?" Darren turned toward her instantly, eyes burning with fierce emotion. "Nina, it's not what you think. I only want you, only you. My heart belongs to you." Nina stepped back, trembling. Amelia placed a hand on her shoulder. "Nina, dear. Maybe you shouldn't know too much yet." Downstairs, May tries to comfort Nina. Nina mechanically picked up a piece of bread, her mind replaying Darren's words. Aunt May hurried down, still shaken. "Nina, sweetie, you're still so young. Don't let this worry you too much." Nina mumbled softly. "I'm grown now, Aunt May." Aunt May smiled weakly and placed more food on her plate. Upstairs, Ethan confronts Hannah. Hannah sobbed as Ethan's hand struck the table. "Do you know what you've done? The reputation of this family, your future everything, is at risk." Amelia grabbed his arm. "Ethan, stop. Let her explain." Hannah cried harder. "I don't remember anything at all." Darren refuses to leave. Amelia turned to Darren. "Darren, do you want to call off your engagement with Nina?" He answered without hesitation. "I'll take responsibility for Hannah. But my heart still belongs to Nina." Nina's hands trembled. She whispered, "Darren, stop. Don't follow me, Nina, please, let me go." She disappeared down the hall, leaving Darren frozen. After the incident involving Darren and Hannah, Ethan felt mentally exhausted. His study was filled with a heavy, suffocating silence as he sank into his leather chair. The lamp cast a dull glow across his weary face, highlighting the sadness etched into his features. The dark circles beneath his eyes, and the strands of grey hair that had grown noticeably more numerous. He closed his eyes, rubbing his aching forehead. He no longer knew how to move forward. Footsteps grew louder outside the door, and then the study door swung open with a firm push. Amelia, his wife, entered with a steaming cup of hot tea in her hand, fragrant and soothing. Without waiting for him to speak, she smiled gently. "Ethan, I brought you some tea. Drink it. If you want something to eat, just tell Mile, ask Aunt May to prepare it." Ethan sat up straighter and accepted the cup. The first sip warmed his body, clearing his mind ever so slightly. When he finally set the cup down, Amelia had already seated herself on the sofa beside him, her eyes observant and calculating behind her soft smile. "Do you want to talk about something?" Ethan asked, his voice heavy. Amelia intertwined her hands gracefully, her red-polished nails gleaming under the light. "It's about Hannah. I know you're tense about this, but honestly, it's not that difficult to resolve. Do you want to hear my opinion?" Ethan looked at her silently. Her lips curved upward. "It's simple. Let's just marry Hannah to Darren. Their young time will smooth things out. As for Nina, she's already ended things with Darren, hasn't she? She's still young and available. You should let her meet other suitable people." Before Ethan could respond, his phone began ringing loudly, slicing through the tense air. He frowned and pulled it from his pocket. The caller ID showed an unfamiliar number. Amelia nudged him. "Why aren't you answering? What if it's important?" Ethan hesitated, then pressed the button. For several seconds, there was only silence, and then a deep, composed male voice spoke. "Ethan, it's been a long time." Ethan stiffened. That voice, steady, authoritative, was undeniably familiar. He sat up straight. "Who is this?" "I am Leonard Thane." Ethan nearly dropped the phone. Leonard Thaner, towering figure in politics, a man everyone respected, someone whom countless people dreamed of meeting, was calling him. Ethan swallowed hard. "Mr. Thane, what an unexpected honor. May I ask why you've called?" Leonard didn't hesitate. "I'll get straight to the point. My son is fond of your daughter, Nina. If your family approves, the two should meet. If things go well, we can proceed with an engagement. I will need your answer soon." Ethan stared blankly, caught completely off guard. Before he could react, Amelia snatched the phone from his hand. "Mr. Thane, actually, our daughter Hannah is already engaged due to a previous arrangement. Her marriage is settled. But Nina, our younger daughter, she just turned 18. If your son likes her, it would be our honor." Ethan turned toward his wife in shock. Leonard chuckled warmly over the phone. "Good. Then next Monday, my family will visit yours. We can discuss the engagement in detail. Consider it decided." He hung up. Amelia burst into triumphant laughter. "Finally, once Nina marries into the Thane family, Hannah will fully belong to me. Her future will be secured. All the family assets will rightfully go to her. This opportunity won't come twice." Ethan pressed a hand to his temple, overwhelmed. "Amelia, but we still need Nina's approval. If she disagrees." Amelia smoothed her hair, confidence radiating from her expression. "Leave Nina to me. Convincing her is nothing. The decision is made." Ethan sighed deeply, knowing he no longer had the strength to fight her on this. As the study door closed behind Amelia, the cunning smile on her beautifully made-up face lingered, gleaming under the soft light.